Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So very exciting day because we are having the rest of our kitchen fitted today. So I know some people might be new here, haven't seen what we started with, so I'm just going to quickly jump back and show you the starting point of what our kitchen looked like when we bought this house and get you guys up to speed as to what it looks like now. Okay, so this was the original kitchen. I believe this is original to the bungalow, which was built in the 80s. Really gross brown lino floor. The cabinets were pretty grubby, pretty old-fashioned. Obviously, there was nothing in here that we thought was kind of like salvageable, but we did actually really like kind of the layout that was already there. So this is the wall that we knocked down, which is between the kitchen and the dining room. So they were originally two different spaces. The wall was super thin, so we knocked that down to create one big kind of open plan kitchen diner. So obviously quite a bit has been done so far. Let me take you in and show you what it looks like now. The guys have just popped out to go and grab a few things, so I've got a little bit of downtime before they get back to, show you guys around. Okay, so here we are. So this here is where the wall used to be. As you can see, it is all nice and open now. We have painted it. Please ignore the doors and the windows because those are being changed in like a month or two. So basically we have built all of the units. The guys are just going to be installing them today. So I actually need to build a different unit to go there. That's the wrong one, but this is our kind of starting point. So hopefully that will look like that, but just finished. Over here, so we have installed these tall units. We've put some of the doors on. Obviously they are going to be doing the cover panels and the plinths for the whole kitchen. And then this area over here, you can see they've started setting up all their stuff. This area here is going to hopefully see the most change. So we're going to refigure it ever so slightly. We're having dishwasher, sink, a corner unit, and then like a peninsula here. I have filmed like a whole kitchen plan video, which goes into details, the exact layout and everything like that. So I will link that here in case you guys want to go check it out. So I think plan for today is they're going to try and get most of the units installed. They need to do a little bit of plumbing work here because they need to move the plumbing a little bit over and update it a little bit. Obviously, like the dishwasher will be moving as well. But the plan is mainly to just get all of the cabinets in. And then tomorrow, I think they're doing worktops, which are just over there. So they have their little like jig and stuff for that. I'm guessing that's what that is. So yeah, they're going to be doing worktops tomorrow. And I think putting the appliances in tomorrow. I can't remember exactly. They're doing like final fix basically. And they're going to cut the cover panels. That will then give us time to do the flooring. And then they're going to basically come back and just quickly put the cover panels on afterwards. So hopefully by the end of today, Rocky, we should have pretty much all of our units installed, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll actually have a functional kitchen, which, having not had a fully functional kitchen since January, we're now like mid-end May. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this and not having like a really grubby sink. Honestly, I am beyond excited. So soak this in, guys. I'm obviously not going to be poking my head in constantly while they're working, but I will check back in with you guys at the end of the day once they've left and show you what they've done, and talk you through everything. Right, so the guys have just left for the day. So I'm going to take you guys in, show you what they've got up to today. It's starting to look like a kitchen, which is actually really exciting. Okay, so this is where we're up to. So the back wall's kind of where they started. So all of these cabinets along the back wall are now installed. They have also done the kind of cover panels here, and also the infills along here as well. So that's all nicely kind of finished off. This is the bit that we knew that we were never going to be able to get it really nice. That's why we got them to do it. They've also cut this piece of worktop. They need to do a little bit more work to it because we were just trying to decide how much we want it to stick out. So this line here is going to be basically the front of the doors. So we were trying to get, you know, like the handles out and try and figure out how far back it needed to be. So yeah, that's all looking good. I think they pulled up one of the corners so I can kind of show you guys. Oh, this is the handle. Yeah, you can kind of see like the matte black against the matte black. Looking really good. This is the handle basically. So these handles will sit out ever so slightly from the worktop. Get it, girl? Yeah, so these handles will sit out ever so slightly from the worktop, just because like where it is now, they were going to be inset and you literally wouldn't see them at all. And I did want people to kind of be able to see them. So that's that. We've got the sink all out, ready to go as well. So we've decided to go for this one, which I got from Wayfair. I'll link as much below as possible so I can kind of like, yeah, remember. So that is an offcut of our worktop. So it's more of like a gunmetal grey, which we did want a black, but this was a far more affordable option, annoyingly. So it did come with a waste kit, but the actual like plugs, it doesn't have a plug basically. It didn't come with any like waste basket things, which is really weird, but we wanted to replace them with black ones anyway. The guys are coming back tomorrow, which is a Tuesday, and then our new ones won't arrive till Wednesday, so we might have to go out without a sink for a little bit. I think the tap is still in that box. And then coming around here, so dishwasher is in, but it's not plumbed in or plugged in. So it's here and it's existing in the space, but it's not functional. Yeah, I mean, it's a very bog standard one. We went for a 𝐵𝑢matic one. Has like an eco setting on it and everything. You know, we just wanted to keep it simple, nothing too fancy. The sink unit is also in. You can see they've had to make a couple of little adjustments to the back there just to get the pipe work through. I think I'm gonna have to get some different drawers, because the drawers I actually got for this are 600mm deep, which is the whole depth of the unit. Obviously the pipework sticks out. So there is an option to get the drawers which are 800mm wide, but a less deep option, which is like 37cm, I think. So we will have a drawer here and a drawer here. Obviously if we went for a cupboard, we would be getting a lot more storage space, but the like designing behind this kitchen, we have so many of these 800mm units which are all drawers, so I didn't want one of them which was just one of them just have doors on. The only doors that we have are here, here and here, and they all are all 60 wide rather than 80. So that's why we've done it that way, is for consistency. So we only have 2 unit types, like 2 unit frontage types, the 800mm drawers or the 600mm doors. So just to clear that up, corner unit is in, lovely stuff. That's just gonna have a door in it, nice and simple. This is actually where we're gonna have a lot of our like cutlery and plates and stuff in drawers. So I've actually got an internal drawer to sit within the drawers. And then this is where our bin is gonna live. We're gonna have a pull-out bin. One thing that we were not massively worried about, but it was just on our mind a little bit, was the space between our pantry unit and here. As you can see, there is so much room. So we're really, really happy. I think 900mm is like the recommended minimum. I can't remember what this is. I think it's like 120cm or whatever. I know I keep on flicking between centimeters and millimeters, such as life. But yeah, there's plenty of room basically. Even when one of the doors is open here, you can actually still squeeze past, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, really, really happy with how it's turning out. I think that's everything. Oh, on the back here, just so you guys know, obviously Ikea don't do a massive panel. So this is where we're gonna have our worktop is going to end about here. We're going to have a waterfall edge on it. So there's going to be a tiny bit of overhang. I think there's going to be about between 20 to 30 centimetres overhang. But obviously under here, we're going to have bar stools. And Ikea don't do like one panel that's big enough to cover the back of that. So basically I am just going to buy a piece of MDF and paint it. I'm happy to do it in this space because it's going to be hidden underneath. Would I do that on like a front or side panel? No. But I feel like this is going to be a happy medium. The other option was literally just getting loads of panels and we would have to have a seam behind them. I think I do have enough panels. If we did decide we wanted to go that route, then we could. But yeah, we shall see. The only other thing actually, the guys who are doing the work, so I think in my last plan, I said that we were going to put a normal cover panel here to save on costs. He was like, well, why don't you just do a waterfall edge there? In my very first design, there was a waterfall edge there. But when we started to cost up things like quartz, it was adding up so much that we decided to axe that. He said he thinks he may have enough to do it. If he does, he's going to do the waterfall edge, but we won't know until the worktops go in. So worst case scenario, it's our original plan, which is just to have a normal cover panel on the side. Best case scenario, we'll have a super sexy waterfall edge with the worktop running down the side, which I think will look really, really nice. But yeah, really happy with how it's coming along. Oh, another thing you can kind of see that they've pulled through. These are all of our, what are they called? Like grid switches. So oven, hob, extractor, I think. Yeah, they're just like control panel switches. I think they're meant to do that, like to make it all legal and everything. So if anything went wrong, you could isolate the appliances that are plugged in. But yeah, really, really happy with how everything's turning out. Obviously there's a couple of bits that need like cleaning and polishing up a little bit. It's a little bit dusty in here still. Plan for me tonight is actually to build loads of the drawers now that we have units to put the drawers in. I also want to clean out some of the awful dust that's been sat in the bottom of these as well. But yeah, that is where we are at so far. Or the only other thing I haven't shown you, which I haven't actually really properly seen this yet either, is our hob. So basically I got a deal on this. I have said this before, but we have an all black 𝐸𝑠𝑠𝑠𝑠 oven. I knew that I wanted the oven and the hob to be identical brands. For me, it just makes sense. So this is the cooker that we got. But basically, the reason I was a bit nervous about this is because we got it on a crazy discount because it had a damaged box. So I'm trying to get my words out. Yeah, so I'll try and find the link for it, but basically it was on offer because they were trying to get rid of it because the box on it had been damaged, so it wasn't saleable. It was brand new, undamaged item, but the box had been damaged. So they'd obviously put it in like an unbranded box, just a normal brown one. So still had the same guarantee, everything like that. Nothing wrong with it in theory, but we just got quite a big saving on it. So I was looking, I think this is 800mm wide. I was originally looking at the 600 one. This ended up being exactly the same price as the 600 one. So we get a bigger hob for the same sort of price. It's still just a 4-ring one. But yeah, I think this is actually, no, this looks identical to our last hob. Like actually identical. But I'm pretty sure our last one was not 𝐸𝑠𝑠𝑠. So yeah, that is exciting. Hopefully I'll be going in tomorrow. Are you excited, Rocky, or are you just tired? Which one is it? Just tired. Yeah, so I think their plan for tomorrow is to start on the worktops. Obviously they, like I said, they made a cut on this one, so they've already made a start on that. This is solid laminate. I think I said this before. I don't think a lot of people like working with this. He said he's already gone through a lot of blades just cutting it. So I think that's something to bear in mind, is like, if you do want to go down the solid laminate route, double check your kitchen fitter actually wants to work with that material first. I wouldn't say our kitchen fitter wanted to work with it, but he's being a good sport about it. So yeah, I think his plan for tomorrow is basically to get the worktops in. I think he'll probably get the sink in, but it may not be usable because we don't have our wastes and stuff. It will probably look more like a functional kitchen tomorrow, but it won't be 100% finished. Right guys, day 2 of kitchen fitting. Our kitchen fitter didn't leave until 6:15 this evening, so really long slog from him today. The kitchen it looks very nearly done, nearly being the key word there. They're gonna have to come back on Thursday to finish off a couple of little bits with like plumbing and electrics. And obviously we need to fit a lot of the drawers and things like that as well. And the handles, oh my God, the handles. I might have to even split this video into 2 because it's just, yeah, a crazy amount has been done. So let me take you in right now and talk you through everything that's been done today and some of the decisions we had to make and whatever. Okay guys, so as you can see, the biggest thing is the worktops are in. They're like in. This is so exciting. So originally I didn't know if they were actually going to attach the end panel bits because obviously we need our flooring to go down, but what they actually did is get some of our underlay and our flooring down to kind of make sure that when we do go to put it down that we can just slide it under. So we can't touch anything right now because there's still bits of like glue and silicone and everything drying, but we're basically at the point where we're ready to start laying our floor. So as you can see, worktops going, I don't even know where to start. Basically the worktops are in and I'm in love. So this is our like breakfast bar bit. I think we got the positioning of this absolutely perfect. So I asked for this line here to be in line with the window there, which gives us a little bit of room for seating. Don't get me wrong, the overhang isn't a lot. We've got about 30 centimetre overhang here, I think. So we're gonna get like 3 small bar stools, just as a bit of a space saver, because this is 90 centimetres wide. The waterfall edge, oh my gosh, this has been like a dream of mine for ages. I'm in love. I think it just instantly makes it look so much more high end. In our last house, we had an island with like bar seating and we had an overhang. And sometimes it can just look a bit like it's floating or a bit clunky. I feel like this definitely just gives it that polished kind of perfect edge. Obviously like there are bits that need to be cleaned up and stuff, guys. It's not perfect just yet. There is also, this is the seam, which they said that they need to tidy up as well, so that's not completely finished either. Last night I installed 1 drawer and 1 cupboard door, so they still have protective wrap on them, obviously because they were installing countertops today and I didn't want them to get messed up. So yeah, obviously another drawer there. We've got a pull-out bin situation for here. My plan for this has changed ever so slightly. I think I'm going to do a drawer on the bottom, which to be fair, they're like this and they're absolutely huge and soft close. So I think I'm going to do 1 big drawer there. But then I think I'm going to do a false front at the top because he showed me like once the kind of waste system's in, it's going to take up so much room anyway, so there's no point in putting a drawer in there. So yeah, sink hasn't been plumbed in yet. My matte black sink waste things are coming tomorrow. So like I said, they're coming back on Thursday, the day after, so he'll be able to properly plumb all of this in and get it all good. Dishwasher is in. I think I showed this to you guys yesterday, maybe. I can't even remember, my head's all over the place. Yeah, it's a dishwasher. It's a lot nicer than the one that we've been using. But yeah, that is in. He is going to install the door on that for me as well because I don't want to faff around with that. The sink is in. You guys know I was debating what sink to use for ages. I actually didn't decide what sink I was going to use until yesterday. And we went for this one, which is, it says that it's a black stainless steel. I think black is a bit of a lie, but it's more of like a gunmetal grey kind of situation. And I was so worried because there's so much black in this kitchen that it was going to stand out. It looks incredible. It actually looks better on in person than it does on camera. So in case anyone's wondering, hasn't seen the kitchen planning video, basically we don't have a draining board. So we're going to have washing and drying. I know that's not what is the norm, but that's what we are doing because that just suits us. I don't like having stuff on the side, but I still want somewhere to kind of put things just to kind of dry a little bit. So I've seen on Amazon they have a black drying rack which perfectly fits this. So I'll be getting that. The tap is also in. It's not fully functional at this point, but we have like a pull-out situation, which is really cool. And obviously we've got like our little mixer tap situation there as well. It looks beautiful. I was so worried because when I got this, I was like, this tap is ginormous. It is so huge. But now that it's in, it all kind of works. You know, it's all starting to look cute. On this side, it may not look vastly different. So obviously I've got 6 drawers to build to put in this area over here. I think the infill panels were in yesterday. The one main difference is that the hob has now been wired in. The kitchen worktop is actually fitted now, whereas yesterday it was just kind of placed on top. So it's a little bit dusty, but you know, it is what it is. So this is the 𝐻𝑳𝑪 hob that I showed you guys yesterday. Looking all perfect, pretty seamless. And then the oven has also been plumbed in. No, it hasn't. It's been wired in, but we cannot use them as of yet because the breakers in our fuse board are old ones which aren't powerful enough. This is my understanding of it, so sorry if this is wrong. So basically our electrician's coming back on Thursday to switch them over to updated ones. Basically he said if we use them right now they'll just trip the fuse every time. But yeah, matte black oven. It's obviously it's still got stuff in it, like we need to actually, yeah. But it's looking beautiful. It's not actually properly screwed in yet. Yeah, again, we've got film on the doors. Bit of an F up again from me. I don't think I have the right size door for this. So I'm gonna have to do another order and order another door. I've also did a bit of a recce last night with all of these random things that we have from Ikea. And there's so many of them we don't actually need, which is just ridiculous. So my main tip, guys, actually go and utilize the designers at Ikea. I didn't because I was lazy and stupid, and it would have saved me a lot of hassle if I'd have just booked an appointment with them. So just as a heads up, please use them because they obviously know what they're talking about. And then over here, so I've asked our kitchen fitter to properly fit this for us, just because I was a bit nervous that we would not get the doors perfect. I need to do some work on aligning these ones, but as you can see, the cover panels are on these as well. Obviously, they all need a little bit of work with like siliconing and stuff like that, but they are looking pretty good. And just in case, like there's so many things that I didn't even think about, and our kitchen fitter was like, well, where do you want me to place the cover panel? And I was like, on the side of the unit. But he was like, no, I can place it so that it's in line with the back of the door. I can place it so it's in line with the front of the door, like up to you. So I've had them installed so that they sit flush with the front of the cupboard doors. That's pretty simple in this area here, but over here is where it got a little bit more weird. So obviously there's no cupboard door here, so you'll be able to see that they stick forward by like 2 mil, I think. So there's a side panel on there. With this area in particular, I asked him if he could notch out a bit of this cover panel so it goes back, because I didn't want to have a plinth and then have that and then another bit of plinth, if that makes sense. So hello, so we will be able to run plinthing all the way across the bottom with no interruptions whatsoever, which is what we wanted. And then on this side here, again, it needs a little bit of finessing here and there, but he's done another cover panel, which actually this one doesn't run all the way back. I think he's just done like a skinny one like that. So he's done a cover panel like that so it matches the other side, and then put this infill panel there, which on this side he has just done the infill panel because it doesn't matter so much. So yeah, that is the situation with that. Do you like it, Rocky? I don't think he's bothered. Those are the doors that need to go on the fridge. Tonight we're just gonna have a chill one, because we've just had very busy days at work. Oh, also this is a bit of a sneak peek at the flooring, and some of you will know, obviously be able to see that it doesn't match the units. That was kind of intentional. I didn't want it to be really matchy-matchy. I thought it would be nice to have a bit of a break. I Pinterested it. I saw a lot of people did that on Pinterest. I thought it looked good. So yeah, that's what I've done. And also we have so many offcuts of worktop that I'm actually going to utilise in our pantry cupboards here as like chopping boards or just a protector for the shelves in there. I know a lot of you guys were kind of worried about how the shelves were going to hold up. We're not really worried, but it would be nice to have an extra layer of protection, especially since they are just random offcuts. Right guys, so I think I'm actually going to sign this vlog off here. We're going to take a break this evening and just have a chill, but we're going to be really busy in the days coming up because we're going to bring in some of the flooring tonight, let it kind of acclimatise, because it's in the garage at the moment, but we're obviously going to start laying the flooring. We're going to start installing units. So I think I'm going to like installing units, brain. We're going to start installing drawers and like door fronts, and just doing little things like adjusting the doors. Oh my gosh, Louise, adjusting the doors that we've already installed, because you need to kind of adjust them, make sure they're all plumb and everything. We've not done that. So we're going to do all of that and install a lot of the handles. But stuff's going to be a little bit all over the place and bit over the next few days. And obviously our kitchen fitters aren't back until Thursday to come and sort out some of this other stuff. So I'm going to sign this off here. I may do a part 2 kind of kitchen update. And then I'm hoping we can just do a really slick and sexy kitchen reveal and it will look fantastic. That is the hope, but we've got a lot to do before that will come to fruition. So thank you guys so much for following along with the journey so far. If you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, because obviously we've got a lot more coming up that needs to be done. Even once this is all installed, we've got a lot of finishing touches and things to do. It's going to take us a while. But yeah, thanks so much for your support so far, guys. Honestly, I really, really appreciate it. And super excited to share more with you very, very soon. So I'll see you guys in the next one.